Hello, everyone. I am Surrendel the Awesome, and I'm back, and I'm ready to look at some more r/ and Save People Facebook. And without further ado, let's get to this. Oh, and by the way, happy Halloween, everyone. And yes, I am deciding to look at a very scary subreddit, aka r/ and Save People Facebook. Uh, okay, so this next post here says, Yum, the good old days of nutritional deficiencies and xenophobia. This should be interesting. So this person here, eating in the 50s. 1. Pasta was not eaten. 2. Curry was a surname. 3. Takeaway was a mathematical problem. 4. A pizza was something to do with the leaning tower. 5. Crisps were plain, and the only choice we had was either to put salt on or not. 6. Rice was not only eaten with as a milk pudding. 7. A Big Mac was what we wore when it was raining. 8. Brown bread was something only the poor ate. 9. Oil was lubricating. Fat was for cooking. 10. Tea was made in a teapot using tea leaves and was never green. 11. Sugar enjoyed a good press in those days and was regarded as being gold, white gold. Cubed sugar was regarded as posh. Fish, 12. Fish didn't have fingers. 13. Eating raw fish was called poverty, not sushi. 14. None of us had ever heard of yogurt. 15. Healthy food consisted of anything edible. 16. People who didn't peel potatoes were regarded as lazy. 17. Indian restaurants were only found in India. 18. Cooking outside was called camping. 19. Seaweed was not recognized as food. 20. Kebab was not even a word, never mind a food. 21. Prudes were medical. 22. Surprisingly, musil was readily available and it was called cattle food. 23. Water came out of the tap. If someone suggested bottling it up and charging more than petrol for it, they would have become the laughing stock. 24. And things never we never had that things out on our table in the 50s and 60s, elbows or phones. Um, yeah, mate, you're aware times have changed, right? Like, a lot. And also, yeah, we've come a long way in figuring out what is healthy for you. I think with this one, um, I'm gonna probably have to give this more of a probably a 35 out of 50. I mean, yeah, it's not really that bad, but yeah, the xenophobia kind of gives it extra points. So, on to the next one. Because K-pop is totally indoctrinating your toddler. Uh, so this person here says, so we just took a trip to visit my father-in-law and my grandmother-in-law so they could see the new baby. My sister-in-law tagged along because she was unable to drive herself. She listened to K-pop and decided to have some to put on some via Bluetooth. I absolutely hated it as I feel it perpetuates inappropriate things that I don't want to expose to my kids. She appeals toy husband, saying to my toddler loves it. My toddler is why I don't want it around. And I am sick of her disrespect. Her taste in music was abhorrent, and her ignorance of what's appropriate around small child is baffling. Mate, I don't think you are I don't think K-pop is gonna be indoctrinating your child, mate. With this one, I'm gonna probably have to give you a 35 out of 50. And seriously, mate, music is subjective, and people have different tastes in music. So your toddler likes
K-pop. It's not the end of the world, and I don't think they're going to be believing in whatever you think that they're going to be believing in via listening to K-pop. Does an adult admitting he'd date a child count as insane? So, this first person here says, if you are 17 and dating a 15-year-old, are you weird? Um, not really. It's not really that weird. I mean, it's more or less still in the realm of the Romeo and Juliet law, so it would be legal. I mean, and it also wouldn't be that weird. But then this person down here says,
How is that weird? I'm 20 and I wouldn't see anything wrong with dating a 14 to 15-year-old.
um, 50. Just straight up 50. I am I am at a loss for words, mate. That is beyond illegal. You are. How much do I want to bet you're going to be getting a visit from Chris Hansen sometime soon? One of these things is not like the other. This person here says,
1880s. Help wanted. No Irish needed. 1900s. Help wanted. Blacks not wanted. 2000s. Help wanted. Unvaccinated not wanted. Different eras, same discrimination.
yeah, here's the thing, mate. Those first two were actually, based off of, like, ethnicity, like for the Irish, and based off their skin color, like for black people. And for unvaccinated people, it's more or less because, well, they're taking a huge health risk, which is actually killing people with their stupidity. I think with this one, I'm gonna probably have to give you a 40 out of 50. You're really comparing segregation to this here, to unvaccinated people not needing to be not being hired at businesses during a deadly pandemic. World on worlds. Hey, that sounds like a book or an interesting sci-fi concept. Whatever. Uh, this person here says,
What if I told you there were worlds on top of worlds? Whole civilizations of people that actually live where we do, but they are invisible. You can only see them when you reach a certain frequency. These communities are completely protected from their dimensional reality. A world on top of a world, separated by dimensions. Would you believe it to be possible? What if this were many creatures we have become known as mythology reside? Satires, satyrs, dragons, unicorns, serpent, naga, mer people.
you know, with this one, I'm gonna kind of have to rate this more of a 15 out of 50. I mean, it's insane, don't get me wrong, but this could be worse. I mean, this is more funny insane, not as in like racist or anti-vaxxer stuff where they're actually gonna hurt people with what they're saying. This one's just more insane. But hey, now that I think about it, this could make it for an interesting like sci-fi novel or an interesting movie idea. So, Hollywood, take notes. Uh, ah, yes, public abuse and humiliation. Maybe now he'll be a great baseball player. Oh boy, this should be interesting.
Some kids don't know what it's like growing up in Blake playing baseball, softball. Our parents were into the game, and if you didn't perform, you got your butts whipped. Lol. I'm the only parent out here holding back, trying to keep my roots from showing. But I can only restrain so much, though. I whipped Blake's butt today, ran out on the field because he would put on his gloves and catch the ball. Oh hell no! Your ass is whipped, and you're crying, and now you'll catch the ball this time.
Um, yeah, 50 out of 50, just straight up. This also fits in r/insane parents, which, yeah. I think this parent's gonna get a call from is gonna get a visit from CPS sooner or later. I think with that, that's gonna do it for today. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.